What's good? We kicked off today with a bang, like 5 or 6 straight videos, and now I'm gonna link the video to the description of Tyson Fury. Shout out to ES News, calling out Tony Bellew. Now that David Haye pulled out the fight, we talked about that a little earlier in the morning. He said the Gypsy King, #1 Ring Magazine heavyweight champion in the world. He said I done beat everybody. He said May 5th, O2 Arena, Tony Bellew, let's do it. And, I think Tony Bellew won't have too many better offers than that than Joseph Parker and fighting for a world title. We think Joseph Parker is dog food out there. And I think it's a good possibility that Tony Bellew could beat Joseph Parker. Possibly. I'm not high on Tony Bellew at all. I'm definitely not high on Joseph Parker. But with Bellew being the A side, pretty much in the UK, not being a champion, having Eddie Hearn on the side, he might have a chance. But if Bellew, chooses to take the Tyson Fury fight, that's another good fight for him. This is a guy who's 400 pounds, trying to shed weight quickly, and he might see an opportunity to put himself in position to do some things versus Tyson Fury if he can, make it down the stretch and do some body work and things of that nature. But if Tyson Fury is anywhere at his close to his peak form, he a dog walk Tony Bellew though. But I don't believe he is. Coming off a probably over a 2-year layoff. I think there's no better chance for Tony Bellew to take advantage of this, man. And why not, man? Fury isn't the biggest puncher in the world. Bellew did look all fat and sloppy at heavyweight, but he moved well. He seemed to have good punching power. He seemed to fight within himself. He seemed to have good stamina at heavyweight. He looked like crap at heavyweight, physically, but that don't matter. He was strong enough to deal with David Haye. And, Tyson Fury got bad blood with David Haye because he pulled out their fight a couple years ago and cost him a big payday. When they was, talking about his cousin, Fury fighting David Haye, he was irate. And they was trying to make a deal with David Haye, knowing that David Haye, always pulled magic and Houdini tricks like that and disappearing acts. And he pulled one on Tony Bellew. I don't think he really was ever going to fight Tony Bellew right now. I don't think he physically was ready. It's always an injury. With Vladimir Klitschko, it was a toe. With Tony Bellew, it was Achilles. At the end of the day, if your body break it down like that, it's time for you to hang it up, David Haye is a superior athlete that boxes. He's not a boxer, that's an athlete. And what that means is he's never really had the heart of a boxer. He was more of an athlete that wanted to be a celebrity. And, Tony Bellew already proved his point. I don't understand why Bellew was rematching him other than for the revenue that was going to kick in from that fight. They had bad blood. And Tony Bellew proved his point by knocking David Haye out and surviving the onslaught early. With Tyson Fury, could he win? Yeah, because Tyson Fury is a sloppy sucker right now. He's fat, he's sloppy, and he looked good hitting the pass. At the end of the day, he ain't been in the ring in 2 years. And I understand, it's like riding a bike, but physically, when that lungs start burning and your arms get heavy, and you carry around that extra 100 and something pounds, and Bellew showed the grit and determination to make it through onslaughts and go and come on strong late in fights at the heavyweight division. That can be an issue. I think Tyson Fury still probably will be a heavy favorite, but I can actually see Bellew doing some things versus Tyson Fury. He also called out David Price. He didn't say anything about Shannon Cannon Briggs. That's who actually won his poll. You shouldn't put a poll up if you're not going to fight the guy that won the poll. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he's scared of Shannon Briggs, but at the end of the day, why put him in the poll if you don't want any parts with him? I think that'll be a dangerous fight for Tyson Fury as well. The old man that can punch, coming off PEDs as well. I think for him, the perfect fight will be Tony Bellew to come back verse. But it will be a dangerous fight because Bellew is still pretty active. And you ain't been active in 2 years. You've been out of shape. You've been big and fat. And your weight, you went up in weight. And, I feel, you feel that you can beat Tony Bellew out of shape. You feel you can beat Anthony Joshua out of shape. It's one thing to say it, but it's another thing to live it and actually come to fruition. And it's the reason why, boxers train, 8 to 10 weeks to get ready for a fight, and, make the fight happen, make the fight happen. Does Tony Bellew want it? I don't know, do he want to protect his boyfriend, Anthony Joshua, who he's always protecting, like he's the bodyguard or something like that, will play bodyguard and defeat Tyson Fury for Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and fight him. You ain't got a fight coming up. You know, why rematch David Haye when he keep pulling out his body breaking down? Fight Tyson Fury May 5th, O2 Arena. You know, tell your promoter to call his promoter, Frank Warren, with your promoter is Eddie Hearn. And let's get another nice little super fight going here. We gone.